Hello. So this video is on this look here. I really liked how this look turned out. I was kind of just winging it, didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I know that I wanted to use some new lashes and do a different sort of a lip colour than I usually do. And I wanted to use a different palette. I used the Stila palette, which is really nice. It's sort of the colours that I wouldn't usually go for, just because they're all like purplies and pinks and stuff. I usually love my browns, you know, love my neutrals, all that sort of stuff. But I thought I'd venture out, and I love small palettes because it's just easier to choose exactly what you want, and you usually end up using all colours. Especially with this palette, it's got a blush in it, it's got a highlight in it, and you can use all the blush and highlight for your eyes and all that sort of stuff. So all like duo type products are always good. So if you want to find out how I did this look, please keep watching. Thank you. So I'm just going to start with my Napoleon Purtis primer, and this one is very good because it's chamomile and it's got vitamin E and all that good stuff. Yarrow extract. Forgot what the hell that what good that does, but I'm sure it's good. So I'm going to pop that on over me. I need to stop looking there and start looking there. It's so hard to get used to. Oh my god, I keep doing it. Next up is my Urban Decay primer. This one is amazing, as I've said many a time before. For foundation today, I'm going to go with my Napoleon Purtis Cashmere, which is over there. I've got all my makeup is over there, but I film right here because this is where the light is. I've got a few, well, the sunlight, this is where the sunlight is. I've got a few lights over there, but they're just not quite bright enough. My other half got me a really nice mirror, but it's not bright enough. I need like a ring light. I need like two pointing at me to get this sort of light from the sun. So, oh, it's a bit tricky, but I'll get there eventually. So I'm just applying this straight to my face. Fair old amount. This one is, yes, the Napoleon Purtis Liquid Cashmere Foundation, and this is in look 3. Oh no, look 2. Yes, look 2, because I don't have a tan on. When I have a tan on, I put on look 3. And I'm going to roughly spread that over my face with a flat brush before I go in with the Beauty Blender. I'm just going to pop on my Napoleon Purtis Autopilot mattifier and pore minimizer and mattifier. I'm just going to pop that through my T-zone. I'm just going to stick it on top. I find that it works sort of underneath and on top of your foundation. So I'm just going to grab my Beauty Blender. Just got my Model Rock base makers, and I'm just going to dampen that one. And I'm also going to stick a little bit of the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray through it too, and I'm just going to blend that in. And now I'm just going to go in with my Napoleon Purtis. This is the Camera Finish Powder Foundation. This is the Beige Beauty Look G1. And I'm just going to pop that on with my Beauty Blender. I don't always set my makeup, just purely because I really like a dewy makeup, and I find that I have kind of dry skin. I do get oily through the T-zone now and again, but it's not all the time, so usually I just leave it and I don't usually set it. But with this makeup, it is very dewy, and I feel like if you don't set it, you can easily put like a fingerprint, and you've got a fingerprint on your face, because it is quite thick as well. It's like a cream kind of a makeup. So yeah. So, and I find that you just put it on with your Beauty Blender, and it sort of a quick job. And what did I forget to do? I forgot to conceal before I set my makeup, didn't I? Didn't I? So we're going to conceal now. So I've got my NYX Full Coverage Concealer in yellow, and I've been loving this one. It's just really, I just love like a nice bright under eye. I don't really get much darkness around under my eyes, but I do feel like if I do have any at all, I just hate it. Just hate it. So and sometimes when I do like a full makeup, for some odd reason, I will forget to conceal. And I'm like looking at myself and I'm like, what is wrong here? What is wrong here? And it's because I forgot to conceal. So concealer does do an amazing job, even if you don't necessarily need it. Like, I don't feel like I necessarily need a whole bunch, but it sure does wake you up and bring your freaking face back to life. Even if you feel like you don't really need it. What I also do when I conceal is I bring it up to my nose here, on the side of my nose, and when you contour your nose, and especially when you bake your under eye, and obviously all around here, it just really helps to slim your nose so that when you contour here, this is sort of hidden. That's how it looks anyway. You bake all here and it's sort of hidden, and then when you contour, it's just, I don't know, it's perfect. Because I find that when I've contoured my nose and I haven't concealed, I feel like I look at my face and I'm like, what's missing here? What's missing? I've done all the things that I usually do, but it's because I haven't concealed on a day that I forget, for whatever reason I forget. Well, so yeah, I don't think I really can explain that very well, but that's because I'm not very good at explaining things. But I'll just show you anyway. So yes, I did just set my whole makeup. Because I don't usually set my makeup, I totally forgot that I haven't concealed and I haven't highlighted with my cream concealer. So obviously you would just never put any kind of cream or anything over powder. But I'm just going to give it a whirl and see how badly this turns out. It should be alright. It should be alright. I'm highlighting on my chin now, recently, and highlighting right there, especially with a nice yellow. It really highlights your lip, especially here, your cupid bow, really pretty. Once you have blended that out, and I'm highlighting on my forehead. I have quite a small forehead, so I don't usually worry about it, but it's still, the highlight there is nice, basically. So I'm going to blend that all out with my beauty blender. See how that bit right there, I just love that highlighted bit right there. Just makes my lips look massive. So my chin highlight concealer didn't go very well because I've already got powder on there, but everywhere else didn't turn out too badly. So that's okay. So I'm going in with my Natio translucent powder to bake all of that. Okay, so I baked and I'm going to leave that for a wee while. So now I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow, and I'm going to use my Stila palette today just because I haven't really used it that much, and it is very nice. It's very easy to blend and it seems to just have all the colours that you would want to use if you like those colours. So this one is the Stila one. It is called Perfect Me Perfect Hue. So I'm going to just go in with the I'm going to start off with this one here, and I'm just going to use the pink one as sort of a base colour. So I'm going to kind of put that everywhere, mostly through the crease. And then I'm going to go in with this one. So this one is a blush colour. I'm sure this is blush. Yes. Yes, so this one you could use is a blush. Is the blush in the palette, but I'm going to use it as a crease colour because I need it to build up the colour so I can eventually use the dark one here. So this is an awesome palette because you can use it obviously as blush, you can use it, there's a highlight in it, and obviously for your eyes, and you can use the blush for your crease or wherever the hell you want, which is awesome for a palette, like, you know, when you're in a rush and you just want to stick on some makeup and go. You don't want to be messing around with all these palettes, whatnot. And then yes, I'm going to go in with that dark maroony kind of colour. It's like a really deep purple, I think. It's called Feisty anyway. It sure is feisty. Oh, that's very pink. I never go pink. Never. It's like a plum. It's more of a plum. I like it. I like it. Cool. I'm liking it. And I'm going to go in with this colour just on the top there, just to soften up those edges, and I'm going to use a different brush because this brush is very dusty. So it is very important once you do your eyeshadow to really soften out those edges. Just when you have those harsh lines, it's just not a good look. Maybe in the 80s, but not today. So soften those edges right out. Blend, blend, blend. And it's so easy. You can grab a clean brush, or you can grab like the crease or like a really light product and just pop it on top, right on top of those edges, and just blend it all out. Beautiful! So I'm just grabbing the flat brush. This is Models Prefer, just the flat brush end of it, and I'm just bringing that product down to create that V, just to join it up. Otherwise it's just like, that product is kind of like floating up in the air. So I'm just bringing it down. Down. And then I'm going to grab that, oh, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want now? Well, I've got those two like shimmery colours. I think, no, I'll go the lighter colour. So that is the highlighter. What's that called? Captivating. It sure is captivating. And I'm going to pop that on the top. I'm going to put that on my eyeball right there. And then I'm going to go back in with that shade right there with the brush that I was just using, which is where? Maybe it was this brush. It was this brush. So I'm just going to go in with that colour, and I'm just going to take it through the outer corner there again and bring it across. I might bring it all the way. I never bring it all the way. I'm just too scared to. So I'm going to do that. Feeling crazy today. So yeah, bringing that all across. More often than not, I usually find that this area here, right here, has got nothing on it because I focus on the outer corner, and therefore before I know it, I've got like a bare area. So yeah, you know what, I'm gonna bring it all the way. Purples don't usually suit me, that's why I'm just a little bit scared. Oh, I like that though. Oh, I like it. Cool. Awesome, liking it. So I'm just going to grab that brush again. This is the Real Techniques brush by Sam and Nick Chapman. And I'm just going to grab that light product, and I'm just going to soften those edges out again. Just a little bit, don't think it needs too much. Alright, cool. That will do for the eyes for now. So now I'm going to go and get all that powder off. So I'm just going to use my overbrushes by Glam Girls, and I'm just going to use that to get all the powder off. Okay, not best base I've ever had, but that is because I made a big boo-boo. That's okay, I'm going to look past it, and so will you. And so whilst we're doing the eyeshadow, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to grab my little Wasp Dome brush, wherever you are. I'm really dehydrated today. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there you are. And I'm just going to grab that colour right there, that dark colour that we were using, and I'm going to go under my eyes. Try to hide all that powder, that powderiness under my eyeballs. And then I'm going to go in with this shade here, that base colour that we used, and just run that over the harsh lines. And then I'm going to grab that Eliminate, what was it called, Captivating or something? Captivating Eliminator. Captivating highlighter. And I'm just going to put that in the inner circle, inner eye just here. That is really powdery. Ew! And I'm going to grab my Sleek palette and I'm going to use the pink colour here for my inner corner. And I'm going to grab my Glam Girls brush, this little round brush, I forget what it's called, I don't know if it has a name, but anyway. And I'm just going to poke it in there. Poke it. Sort of keeping with the whole pinky kind of purpley thing that I've got going on. Okay, so now, oh, I'm so white. Oh, I'm so white. Alright, so I'm going to have to really bronze up my face because I'm really white today. So I'm going to use my Too Faced bronzer. This is a light to medium, and I'm going to grab my big powder brush, my Glam big powder brush, and I'm just going to kind of swipe that all up my cheeks, just to bring some warmth to my face and to bring a little bit of colour because I look like I'm dead at the moment. Look at that white. That is like, I am transparent. That's cool there. That will do. So now for contouring, and I'm going to grab my Glam contour brush. Loving this at the minute. And I'm going to go in with that Too Faced same product, and I'm just going to etch out some cheekbones. Okay, that will do for now. I'll see how it looks afterwards and I'll see if I need more or something. So now we're going to go in with some brows. So I did try something a little bit different today, and I used it's like the Remington trimmer thing. So trimmer for your face, basically. So I usually wax just up here, but I thought I'd use this Remington thing, and so it did go fairly not that great, but that's because of my poor technique. So I went a bit too down and it kind of took a little bit too much off. That's okay, it's a trial and error type of thing going on. So that's okay, we won't talk about that too much. Just thought I would share that with you. Because I did say in my other video that I would try the whole shaving my face rather than doing the alkaline thing that I did, and I would do the whole shaving of the brows. Not underneath, because I think that'll totally screw that up, but just up here where all that fuzz is there. So I did try it. It didn't go that great. My eyebrows are kind of looking not that great at the moment. My eyebrows are just shit. I hate the way they grow. They grow down and they grow, oh, I don't know, everywhere. I'm not liking them at all. That's right, because we have makeup. We have makeup to fix that. So I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade dip brow in dark brown, and I've got my Nude by Nature slant brush for my brows that I use all the time. So I'm not going to describe too much about how I do my brows because I've got plenty of videos to do that, so I'm just going to quickly fill these in off camera. Cool, so I just did my brows off camera because I have plenty of videos on how I do my brows and whatnot. So I just need to like cut this video down. So but I will just pop a little bit of my Sculpting Brow Ardell gel. It is feral because I never clean it when I put it back into the thing. So it looks disgusting, so I won't show you. But I'm just going to pop a little bit of the product just for my brows just here. Just so it looks more natural just here, because sometimes it looks a bit blocky, and that blocky look in your brows is not good. So just popping a little bit just through, just sort of there. So next I'm going to contour my nose. I should have contoured my nose when I was contouring my cheeks, but I forgot. I've just got my Glam brush, this little crease brush. And I'm just going to run this down my nose. So mascara, Better Than Sex by Too Faced. And for lashes, I've got my cherry lashes, red cherry lashes in number 43. I thought I would try these ones because I've been doing the same Ardell lashes, the Ardell Wispies for the last, I don't know how many videos, just because they work and they're amazing. They're already like, you know, cut to size, just grab them, easy peasy. I tried another pair of cherry lashes. They were like wispy, really wispy ones. Didn't really like them. I tried to fix it with, try to work it with mascara. Still didn't like it. So I've been reluctant to really try any other ones. So these ones look definitely more my type, for sure. Is that clear? Yep. So just these ones here, definitely more my style. Definitely just suit my face or my eye or something. But yeah, they just suit me a lot more better. So zoom me back out, and am I in focus? Oh, I think I'm in focus. So I'm going to try them and let's see how they look. Okay, so I've done my lashes off camera, and I also smudged a little bit of eyeliner just in the corners just there. I'm just trying to cut this video down, that's why I did it off camera, but there's plenty of videos of me doing that in the video. So now I'm going to go on to highlighting, and I'm going to use my Hourglass. This is the Brilliant Strobe Light. Yep. And I love this one because it definitely has like a nice goldy tone to it. Definitely suit more of a goldy tone rather than a pink tone. If I put like the pink on my nose, it tends to go a bit red, especially in photos. So not a good one for me. But I have found with this one, especially in photos, that looks a bit powdery, so it doesn't look gold. It looks more white. So I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm going to try and make it a little bit more pigmented. So yeah, just wet my brush so it's like a little bit too wet now. And I'm going to see how this goes. This might be a little bit, oh, this might be a bit much. But let's just try it, because it's all about trial and error. If this does not work, I won't do it again. That doesn't seem to be working. It kind of just felt like really glowing today. Usually, ooh. I usually don't really like a massively glowy face. Well, I mean, I do like doing makeup, all that sort of stuff, but I usually just like, you know, subtle. I don't like craziness, usually. I don't mind that. I think I went a bit too low with that one. But this, if I'm going to wet it and create more of a pigment from the highlighter, oh shit, there we go. Oh damn. I would probably, wow, I wonder why that worked differently. Yeah, I would usually probably not go that far down. Oh, that is crazy. Actually, I might just use my beauty blender and take some of that away. I might just dip straight into it. Oh, it's gonna be great. Ooh, see, I usually don't look like that. Usually quite subtle. But just for something different. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. I went over my contour a little bit, so it's gone a little bit muddy, but I'll fix it up later. Nose. I like it. It's probably more for nighttime, but anywho. Liking it. I mean, this is going to look a little bit different when I put lippy on. So I'm going to grab that brush, that initial brush that I use, and I'm just going to go in to highlight my brow bone. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so I've just got my Real Techniques blush brush, and I'm just going to go in with this one. And I'm just going to dust it lightly. My face is very pale, so it definitely needs a bit of something. Cool. Liking it. Oh, I just love that nose. Oh, I love that nose contour. Oh my god. Oh, yes. I look like a gypsy. A gorgeous gypsy. A gorgeous, gorgeous gypsy. Look at all my bling. I need more bling if I'm a gypsy. So now I'm going to go in with lips, and I'm going to be using my Napoleon Purtis Lippy in Iris. So I thought I might try and use some lipstick rather than the matte lipsticks because they're a little bit drying. I always used to love lipsticks and moisturising and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to use that instead today, and I'm going to use my Savvy lip liner if I can find it. I don't know whether to use this one. This one's really dark because I wouldn't mind the dark lip liner to come through a little bit. This one is in My Fair Ladies. This is a little bit plummy. I don't know. Or I've got Tickled Pink. Do we want pink? Do we want pink? Because that iris is very light. I'm going to use, let's go hardcore. I'm going to use this one, My Fair Lady. No, not My Fair Lady. Yes, My Fair Lady. And I'm going to put that all over my lips. So this iris, I always used to love this nude from Napoleon Purtis, like was my favourite. Now it looks really pink to me. But anyway, let's try it. Liking it, like it. No, lipstick does not belong there. Yep, I like this colour. I've overdrawn the lips a little bit. I didn't mean to do that, I'm just trying to even it out. Cool, so that is the finished look. I'm really happy how this turned out. I don't mind these lashes as well. These are the cherry lashes. Yeah. I like this look. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you hated it. And please subscribe if you want to see more videos. Thank you so much for watching.